Joining us for another episode of Iron Panther Presents. We're heading to Chicago as it is called as The Shy, the obviously Do the Right Thing inspired episode as we talk about season 7, episode 6, and Lala lost another man. Sad. But anyway, we're gonna get into all that. I got some images. We're gonna talk about the single black mother stereotype. We're going to talk about the law enforcement not knowing shit that's right there in front of them. We're going to get into all that. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like on the video and comment on the video. Just listen to the intro. Let's just do that.
Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Alrighty. This episode came at a very good time because it is hot as fuck here. It's like 90 plus.
Man, I am landlocked, so it is so hot here. Oh my! It's a desert. Everything's dry.
It is hot and just very uncomfortable.
Yes.
But when I saw this scene right here, which is the thumbnail for this episode, you got Darnell and Victor and Rashad out there. I was like, This is Do the Right Thing.
Yes. And I loved every moment of it. Yes, I did.
All right. Even with the late R.I.P. Jamal delivering food on foot.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Do the Right Thing. Like this is Mookie going instead of a pizzeria, you got Smokies.
Right, exactly. And I thought that was so cool. I thought it was a great idea, and also to open up the tap, the hydrants.
Yeah,
that is classic for any city. Like if I grew up in the Bronx, we had a hydrant right in front of my best friend's house, and that's what we actually have a picture of all three of us. The two young ladies I grew up with, and we're young, like really, really young. And we look at that picture and we're like, this was our childhood. It was wonderful. I thought this episode was wonderful. I felt like I was, even though I'm not from Chicago, but I'm from a city. So I was like, this is what we do in the summer. The togetherness, the family, doesn't have to be related to you for you to consider them family. Like you're having a good time because it's hot, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was great. And I lived through a blackout in New York City when I was a kid, and it was hot. Oh my God. When they had the blackout, I was like, I relate. I get it. We sweating profusely.
All right. So real quick, let's start with the Do the Right inspired 3 men outside enjoying themselves, enjoying the women that walk by.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Jada? Darnell wakes up and goes to sleep with no wife. Where's Jada? She's not with Emmett and that side of the family. She don't got a job anymore. She's not with her husband.
Maybe like not even Tracy.
Because Tracy was absent. Also, like this. It's like there was no Tracy, it's like where are these characters? When again, Darnell wakes up. Don't even ask, right? Like, oh shit, where's my wife? And then at the end of the episode, but then he mentions how she took him off the market when Victor and Rashad up there, and again enjoying the ladies that walk by, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got this strange conversation where we're supposed to believe that Victor is still on Instagram, I guess, and don't get into the comments. So I guess he's still posting pictures about himself and women are commenting, and they're trying to show that they're modern. And then what tic-tac-toe, Darnell don't know what TikTok is, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense for his character. But he's my age
with the earpiece.
Did
you see how long it was? Oh my God.
But wait a minute. My problem is that when they went to their high school reunion, Jada, they're like my age. They're like, he's supposed to be like maybe 50. Maybe 50.
No, I think he's closer to my age, David. I do.
He acts that way. But when they showed that high school reunion episode, I did the math. And I was like, that was like their 20th like reunion. and that was like 4 years ago. And I'm like, no. You they're like they're supposed to be grown, right? Like 30, maybe 30 years, right? And I was like, but anyway, he's sitting there with two young men in relative terms.
Yeah.
And again, so now Victor acknowledges that he's into Tiffany, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like Shad. Just
they don't know what to do with Shad, unfortunately. And don't get me, I love Jason. I think he's a phenomenal actor. I think he's a smart guy. And I feel like they're not giving his character any kind of justice. Like he's just kind of just. I do like that he saw that he was becoming a leech, kind of towards. I felt like that's what he felt like.
That's what you took from this.
Well, the thing is that when he was pretty much saying, like, remember, okay, so let's go back to when Shad got out of jail. Shad was he had like a huge chip on his shoulder, whatever. I remember, I like Victor. Let me say Victor. Victor took him in, right? You know, my boy, whatever. Yeah. But Shad always, at the end of the day, was always like, I got to make money. I got to figure out how to make money. He wanted to be with a woman, you know, right? Of course, you get out of jail, you want to be with a woman, but he seriously wants to be with a woman so that he can grow with that woman. Like, that's what he's looking for. He, from the very beginning. But what happened is that he ends up with these women who have money and they take care of him. Like the first girlfriend, she wanted to take care of him. She wanted to change him. And she did for a good while, right? Yeah. But he always, at the end of it, he was like, I need to be a man. I need to be taking care of you. Remember, he said that to her. And he was trying to do that. And then when he got with like Lynn Whitfield's character, I feel like this is his arc. Like women want to change him because that's just who we are, right? We think we're trying to make him a better person, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like he falls into that. Like, I feel like he's looking for his mommy, and in a girlfriend, if you know what I'm saying. Like, no. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I do. I feel like you're misreading this particular scene, like this, because
let me know what you feel.
No, again, first woman, he fucked that up because he wanted to get with Tierra. So it had nothing to do with the fact that his woman was taking care of him. He had no problem with that. Is that he wanted his cake and eat it too, because he wanted Tierra. He got the draws once, and then he was like, "This is where I want to be," and he fucked that up. In this episode, they actually talk about it on the stoop. He don't like being controlled. He wants to be the man in charge when you ain't giving shit. And that's his problem. Because Alicia's like, I paid the bill, so I get to say what you're going to do and how you're going to do and when you're going to do it. So what I loved is that he walked in to break up with her. And then she flipped it in a second. She was like, I knew this wasn't going anywhere. I knew this was temporary. And it's fine. And then he's like, what? Huh? What? Like, this is not how this conversation was supposed to go. But he's like, will you still pay me? Can you? Oh, sure. I need you to protect me. What?
Yeah.
This don't
but to me, what she was saying was realistic. Like, she wasn't gonna build a world with Shad. Like,
Shad wants to be in charge and not give shit. Like, same thing with his own relationship. Like, he didn't like the fact that she was telling him what to do. But as Darnell pointed out, she's paying the cost to be the boss. Like, you ain't bringing nothing to the table. So he's like, I can't do this, but you still living off her. Like, he's like Marquisha's character. Like, I want to be strong and independent, but I still need you to take care of me because his money is Alicia. Like, he's still living off this woman. He just ain't living with this woman.
True, but I always felt like, even when we first met this guy, that he was always like, I need to be a man. I need to take care of myself. But then he would fall into these relationship because he's looking for so many different things, right? He's looking to be the man, he's looking to be on in charge, but then but you're also looking for a life partner, right? And you cannot expect these women to be to not, they want to boost you up so that when they're walking around the street with this dude who has no money, they want to but look at him, but look at what I did, right? That's just what women do. But at the same time, like you said, he's not doing anything to. The only thing I saw him do was didn't he start working at Smokey's for 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I felt like that was a step in the direction of trying to take care of himself,
right,
and to contribute money. But then that fell short, right? Because he got like the thugs were like, if you save this money or whatever, you hide the money, do Duda
Yeah.
said you have to hide the money or whatever.
Yeah.
So I felt like him going to work for Duda, or even when he went to go work at the restaurant, he was trying to be a man, because he keeps saying that. But at the end of the day, like you said, he kind of settled. Like, Felicia's taking care of me. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it happen.
And he committed. He moved in with her. Like, this is all him. He's like, but where is he going to live? Like, he was living with Alicia. So is he gonna move in
back
with
to Victor?
That's what I'm saying. So it's gonna be
sure.
Victor and Jake. Oh, real quick, hold up. We got based on description, next episode, Jada's cancer might come back.
It is. It for sure. I believe that too.
All right. So at least they remember that storyline. They changed Darnell's character in season 2. He was supposed to be 25 with 3 other kids before Emmett, but they changed him and Jada being high school sweethearts. So because I was like, what? And again, he acts older than me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the
David, he acts older than me, and we know how old I am. Okay,
I'm just like, it don't make any sense that he does this shit. Hey, hello, how are you? I hate these writers. I hear you, so if it wasn't for the do the right thing inspired like vibe to this episode, I would have been like, what the fuck are we doing? Also, real quick, with the water in this episode, but particularly going back to last episode, I felt like was last episode supposed to be some type of reinforcement of the stereotype that black people don't swim? Because we had almost the entire black cast on the water, all on boats. None of them jumped in the water.
Oh, got you. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if it was that. I think you know what? Actually, I have a question, right? Because I've only been on a yacht one time. So is there a rule that if the yacht is connected to the dock,
yeah,
are you able to just jump off at that point? Because I feel like there may be things in the water.
Well, no, I'm just saying, right? We are 7 seasons into this universe.
Yes.
Where was Beach Day? Like, you never seen them just swim.
Okay. So this is the thing too. It's an inner city, right? And guess what the beach day is? You open up the hydrant, and you have a good time.
But
no, because the beach, I mean, if you're going to do, remember, there's community centers that have like pools, right? Okay. Inside, outside. They have certain things in certain cities. Sometimes they have a man-made beach or whatever. But at the end of the day, no, sometimes you don't want to try. Sometimes it's far from your house. You got to take 2 and 3 buses and trains and all that stuff. So to me, this is normal. It's normal that we didn't see them swimming.
You have yachts. It just be like they didn't even mention it. It was just really weird. Rashad is a grown ass man boy. He is a child.
He's looking for a mom. He really is looking for a mom.
And that should have been reinforced last episode when it came back that like maybe all of this is based, especially his relationships, is based on his trauma with his mama and that sort of thing. But anyway, speaking of mothers, I've been trying to defend Tiffany. Because people like she's emotional, she's acting like a bitch, and da.
Yeah.
Fuck her this episode. She is sitting in an air-conditioned house drinking tea.
Yeah.
She is talking to Keisha.
Yeah.
Not Emmett, for the record, who's taking care of EJ.
Yes.
Her only child.
Yes.
And don't give no fucks that they are hot. Their power went out too. And she was like, hey girl, how you doing? I'm just sitting here enjoying this tea and this AC. Anyway, y'all have a good time. I'll be here rubbing my belly. You don't give a fuck about your own kid. Like she don't even say, let EJ come here and y'all can fend for yourselves. But also that'd be bullshit because I'm taking care of your son while you trying to mother your baby to be.
Right.
This is not even a conversation.
You're right. Because at this point in her pregnancy, because she's huge, right?
Yeah.
That means it's been months now. So why isn't EJ back with his mom? I understood in the beginning that she was grieving. I got that. And she's going to grieve probably for a couple of years, right? I get that. But I agree with you. If my son is in a hot house with his dad, I'd be like, you know what? Let EJ come home. As a matter of fact, just because of who I am, I'd be like, if all the kids are at your house, let all the kids come over my house because it's hot, right?
Right.
We can watch movies, popcorn, whatever, pizza.
Right.
But Tiffany is always, she's never really been like a mommy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Tiffany has always kind of been a little bit selfish. She's a selfish character. And she is. She's selfish. I mean, she is. She's been selfish. Even with Emmett, she was selfish. And then with Emmett, we know Emmett is selfish.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, Tiffany has to.
Only EJ is anything is because of her. So I can't go that far. I'm just saying, but to your point, as much as Keisha's tried to reach out to her, again, being the mother, because Emmett ain't gonna do nothing with these damn kids. No. Also, who is that third kid? I pay attention. There's 3 kids living in that house. You got Ronnie, Keisha's kid. You got EJ, Emmett's kid. Who's the third kid? Like there's a third kid in that house.
Well, doesn't Emmett have 2 more kids? He has 2 sons.
That's a conversation. Where is that mother?
Wait, does he have 3 kids?
No, he has 3. He has 3 boys. He has 3, but I'm like, where's this? Which one is he? And like, where's his mama? Like, because remember, Keisha had to be like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to convince Emmett to take care of his own son, EJ for a little bit, right? Remember, that was the whole thing. So
there's EJ, that's Tiffany's, and then there's the heavy-set mommy, and then the one that's moving, and then we have the other mama who's light skinned like Tiffany.
Yeah.
So EJ is with Emmett, and so couldn't it be one of those other 2 boys?
It better be, but my question is, we don't know this. It's not like he actually named these kids, and we can be like, oh, that's Devin or whatever the fuck. Like,
oh, okay.
I'm saying he's been in for a couple. It's just eating me. I'm like, who is this kid? And like, why are we not acknowledging this? And then again, it's hot. The mama should be like, is my child okay? Like, we're not having that conversation. Like I'm just like, anyway, let's get to Papa and Jake, because I'm like, you're absolutely correct. Papa no longer exists in the Shy universe. He has his own thing going on until they kill him off. Yes. Like, what is happening?
And what happened with the whole, like, giving him all this money to give to his mother so that she could sell the church? Wasn't that last?
That was a couple episodes
ago. Yeah. Yes. I'm like, what happened with that?
What happened to that? Now he and Charles are trying to team up to make some kind of gospel love connection, or pop the balloon and find love. I'm trying to be modern now. Yeah. Find love or pop the balloon. Find love or pop the balloon. And I'm like, what happened to your mama's church being near bankruptcy, and then them trying to swoop in and take it? What? That's just out the window. But I want to talk about Jake. Like, what is happening? Like, he got cuckolded in his apartment. That they've turned Reg into not just a selfish piece of shit, but now he's living off his youngest brother.
Yeah. And the thing is that, okay, Reg has always been kind of a loose cannon. I think they're exaggerating him even more, which is irritating the snot out of me, because we know that he was aggressive way back when, right? Yes. But then there was a certain point where Reg had calmed himself down, right? And he was actually trying to be there for Jake. It was 10 seconds, but it was there, right?
Yeah.
Because he was abusive to Jake a number of times, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like what they're trying to do is basically set up Reg's demise, right?
Yeah.
So I believe it's going to be like somebody. I think we talked about this a couple.
Is it enough, or is it going to be Reg? It's going to be Reg.
I think Jake is going to have to kill Reg, because and Victor is going to feel horrible, right? Because he should have been the one to take care of Jake. Yeah. But I really feel like Jake, that Reg is going to push Jake so far that he's going to be like, you know what? I don't even need you. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or Reg, it could be self-defense too. Because the way that Reg was like putting his hands on Jake this episode, I was like, calm down. Like, what is happening right now?
It looked like a domestic violence situation. Yes. Like, especially with this, he looked like a little girl, especially with his hair all bun up and shit. I was like, it looked like he's chasing his wife. He's like, bitch, you better open that door. And she's like, no. I'm getting triggered. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, I'm like, no, stop it. Stop it. Like, I was like,
Yeah, that's what I
mean,
felt.
it went from I'm fucking your girl, which then he turned around on to be like, you don't need a bitch that's gonna have sex with me in front of you. Anyway, stay right here and listen to this. And now he's chasing them down like it looked like a battered wife. And I'm like,
it did. And it was not, this scene to me was just so unnecessary. I was like, why are we doing this? But I get why they're doing it. They got to give you little scenarios to get Jake in that headspace and to get you in the same headspace so that you are like, okay, this is
it's
like
either him or me, and I gotta
like,
do it.
Right, but like what happened with Power, right? Yeah. Not to bring up another show, but we had to get to Reek to where he was like, I hate my dad, I gotta kill him. Right?
Yeah, I get in this case, I would say Power Book 3, they did it better. I would say Power Book 3, they did it better. Okay. but I get your point, right? If they're smart and they're trying to get us there, Jake needs to be the one to put Reg down because he's doing way too fucking much. Oh, he's doing but also redemption arcs. Now fucking Victor's like, Reg used to be the smart one, man. He had to fight so people wouldn't pick on him, and he just became the villain, and that's all he knows how to be. I'm like, what are we doing now? Like, he's a genius. He just had to hide it because he's a black man in the community. That's what the fuck we doing right now.
Well, basically, I think what he was trying to say is that Reg could have been somebody, but because he was smart. But what he did was he had to get the bullies who were bullying him. He had to like buck up to them. And then what happened is he went too far and he got comfortable with bullying people. And he's always now that's his
shit, huh? So now he just beats up on his brother. Right. SJ Smith, you're wrong about they rewrote the love story with Jada and Darnell. Well, again, that's between y'all two. But I'm just saying, like, they changed the character. At one point, he had like at least 2 baby mamas with a house full of kids. And that's when Emmett got mad.
I remember them coming through I know that I love cinematography. So I remember he was sitting in a kind of a rocking recliner. Mm-hmm. Darnell was, and his back was to the door, and we saw kids on the steps, right, from the camera shot, and then the front door. It had like this little, like kind of like where you have to step down into the living room. It had 2 steps. And then the door was right there, and I believe Emmett was the one knocking on the door. I remember that.
Jada kicked him out. So he's like, I need a place to stay. And then at one point, they were all sitting around the dinner table, and he was amazed about how his dad was able to bring his at least 2 families together, all living in one house. And then he was upset that he was being a better father to these children. He was like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't raise me. Which brings me to his brother, Damien. Fuck this character because this what gets me, right? With Darnell. Again, in that episode, this is season 2, so this is before this show went to shit. Like, he was a father. He finally learned, and it happens. So like, sometimes they fuck up the first family, but the second family gets the dad that the first family should have got. That happens a lot. Yeah. But even now, that family's gone. Now he has 2 sons that he did not raise. Right. And knowing his son is a compulsive gambler and had to go to rehab, instead of reaching out to his son and trying to talk him through any of this, he says, hey, Emmett, while you're being a brother, go ahead and make sure he don't get in trouble with gambling. And then Emmett immediately gives his kid $3,000, which somehow he's become a card shark in spades. Fuck you. And they were like, I'm betting on spade. I was like, I wasn't going to let the spade thing go. I was going to let it go, but then they brought it back for no reason. And I'm like, fuck you.
And it did irritate me too, because I was like, okay, first you tried to convince us that this guy's like either bi or gay, right? Because they're just trying to make him relevant, right? So it's like, okay, how's Darnell going to feel about his son being gay? Like, I was waiting for that arc, right?
And that hasn't happened yet, but I got you.
I'm sure it's going to happen because they're trying to boost this character up. Now, don't get me wrong. The young man playing the character, to me, has an uncanny kind of look that he really does look like Darnell. Like, when you look at them, I was like,
they can favor. They favor,
way more than Emmett. Like, Emmett doesn't look like anybody.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so the young man. So now you got to give him a little bit more, right? So now he has to be in trouble with Emmett, right?
Mhm.
He has to let Emmett down, right? Because they're
Mhm.
brothers. So
Mhm.
now they're giving him this arc. So it's like they don't know what to do with that character. They really don't. It's like it's kind of like even with Nuck. Like Nuck, he goes from nice
Yeah.
to evil, nice to
What?
evil.
Well, so we're okay. So we get Damien and we'll get to Nuck. So Damien's the fact it wasn't the fact he's a compulsive gambler. It made sense. The fact that they did it in the same episode was a bit much, but the fact that again he just owes Emmett. It's not like he's in debt to Nuck, which easily
Right.
would be a bullet in the head.
Yes.
But it was the spade game that upset me. I'm sorry. His opponents won with like a 10 of clubs because he led, which means if no one else plays clubs, he wins automatically. Okay. Fuck you, whoever wrote this, that no one counts a 10 of clubs. No one waits till the end to be like, I got your ass now. That's not a thing. Okay. He got lucky. Fuck you. Stop bringing up spades and then fucking the game up. Like, you hold the big joker. That's what you do. And you're like, gotcha, bitch. And then you win the game, and that makes sense. I'm like, why? Oh, yeah, Jake's a bitch. His brother is bigger than him. And I'm like,
and two, my sisters are older than me. I respect my sisters. Like Jake is mad at Reg, but it's still his older brother. Let's give Jake a break.
yeah.
He's not going to put hands on his brother. He's scared of his brother. Jake is like he's a little brother, literally.
Yes.
So he doesn't want to put hands on Reg. He's
tried.
nervous. I run in the room too. Like
he tried, and then he ran like a bitch. I guess that's my fault. Like, if you're gonna buck up, you need to do it. Don't hit and run like a look. Then he looked like a bitch when he was running. That's why I was like, you're doing too much right now. I don't know why Rashad thought Alicia would give a fuck. Alicia's about to turn into Brandy from Thin Line to love and hate, trying to control. So thank you for this. Okay, so Grandma. So I was actually talking to Sharice about this. So I'm like, this is the only thing she has left is her soon-to-be grandson, like that, or grandchild, like that. I get that. Like, she's putting all her efforts into this. That makes sense to me. Let's get to the philosophical discussion, please, of is it okay for a pregnant woman to have sex with another man that she's not pregnant with?
Well, look, let me tell you, there's been many, many women who have been pregnant and the guy left and they get into relationships. Some people, I'm telling you, it works out for there's a lot of people who have done that. Me, myself, and I, no. Now, have I been propositioned when I was pregnant? Of course, but in my own, I would say who I am and how I was raised, absolutely not for me. But I'm not knocking anyone who does.
You are occupied.
Yeah, my room is occupied with my child, so I don't need anybody like, no. Unless you're the baby daddy, you need not to be in that area. And then again, too. Sometimes you don't even have to have sex. Maybe you can start a relationship. You don't have to have sex until after you have the baby. And I'm sure those scenarios have happened, right? So I believe this is what's going on. Plus, from what people say, even though I've been pregnant twice, they say it's the best. And I'm like, really? Okay. All right. Well, I can't have sex with myself, so I don't know. But, okay. Yeah.
And so I've been in this situation a couple times. So like I'm like, I get it. And I'm like, I'm like, it ain't my kid. So like
you did
I'm just like, but again, that's her anyway. I'm just saying I'm not trying to I understand. But because clearly Victor's like, not right now, but maybe later. Like, he's okay with it. And Tiffany, and again, all same episode, right? Like, we get the you better not be, and then at the table, he's like, how about a finger? She's like, well, not right now, maybe later. But I'm like, again, what about EJ? EJ got into a fight. You don't call Tiffany to be like, hey, the boy is not talking. Okay, this has been a couple of episodes now. Did he start the fight? Like, something about this, to be like, there's something wrong. I mean, we don't know why he fought, but he's nonverbal. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we need to get to this. But anyway, Alicia shooting Jamal, trying to shoot Reg. because Bakari makes a random statement that some cop that he don't know and Alicia doesn't know makes a vague statement that maybe Reg was involved, and she immediately is like, go, Rashad, let's go find this dude, and I'm going to shoot him from a distance. What?
Why on that was to me the fakest part of the whole episode. Understandably, all of it's fake, but at the end of the day, that was ridiculously fake. It was like, come on, first off, she's not a gangster. Okay, she has no clue how to shoot. From that distance, she's gonna shoot Reg. Come on.
Also,
it made no sense.
If I'm paying Shad to be I love the Kevin Costner line. I love the writing. I love that right there, because I was thinking too, are you supposed to be Kevin Costner or some shit? And they're like, you got to put that in the dialogue. You got to do it. So I love they put that, but I'm like, I'm paying you not to be fucking driving Miss Daisy, but to be my muscle. Go over there and handle this. How about also in this episode, now we got Alicia saying, hey, Tiffany, don't be fucking Nook, because I think he has something to do with your man's death. Oh, you do? Now you think that? And what have you done to investigate any of this shit? Nothing.
Nothing.
And you made no effort to kill this man, who you were there when you were about to kill Duda. She said, I will be your worst nightmare. She snuck into your place. Neither one of them are trying to take care of the other. This doesn't make sense, especially from Alicia's point of view, who tried to kill a stranger because of a slight allegation.
Right. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think Jamal is actually dead?
Oh, no, he's dead.
You think
I'll be hard. The way they did this, the fact that he went through it at all, he's not that character that we're gonna be like, oh my God, where's Jamal? Like, I think, especially after he got married last week, I think he's really dead. I think that was the point, to be like,
okay.
And
nobody's really gonna give his character like another arc, like he's paralyzed, Lala's pregnant. You know what I mean? That's how I felt, because I mean, he is a Mince. I think his name is Mincy or Mensa or something like that. He's a rapper, but anyway, from Chicago. So I was thinking that they were going to give him that arc, right? Like he actually the night that. Okay, so can we get to the sex scene? Okay, I didn't need that sex scene, at all. You know the sex scene with Lala and
last week.
Yeah, with Jamal.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, can we get?
I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about both. But
I covered that. But okay. We try to put these two together.
Yes, I am. Yeah. So him dying. Well, that's why I felt like he wasn't gonna die, because they got married, right? They got married, and then he gets shot. But I feel like I'm hoping that maybe he's paralyzed, but he got Lala pregnant that night. That's why they had to show us the sex scene. And that, they're gonna be okay, but that's giving him an extra arc. Do you know what I'm saying?
They're not. I hear you. They're not doing the paralyzed lover. They're not doing that. Like they're gonna do the single mother, because that's what happens in the Black community. So Lala, to your point, at best, Lala will be pregnant. Dom will be pregnant. Single mother whose man was shot in the streets. Yes.
And then Nasty's gonna get closer to Keisha and Tiff, because they're all having babies.
I mean, she did fuck like Emmett, so I don't know how close that's gonna happen. But I mean, so like,
just fucked Emmett. I mean,
but true. But to the point though, like they don't even acknowledge that they got married. Like they both work for Emmett, and this hasn't even been conversation to be like, oh, my employees got my senior chef has married the runner.
Well, literally, it just happened. So I don't even think Emmett knows they got married. Nobody knows they got married except for the sister.
But again, just it's like a couple of weeks. Like it's not like it's the next day. I mean, some time is passed. I'm just saying, it's just, again, to show you how unnecessary Jamal, Dominic, Papa are. Like no other characters has acknowledged none of their existence. Is what I'm saying. Like it's two different shows going on. But so anyway, back to Do the Right Thing. This should have been the episode where Lala got naked, because Jamal should have came home after he's hot, cracked the ice, and been like, thank God for the left titty. Thank God for the right titty. That's
Wow.
of all the things in that movie. Like here, like Rosie Perez was like, I know she was like, this is what happens when you write your own story and direct your own story and get to put yourself as a star. Like
Yeah.
Spike Lee was like, this needs to be here, and no, not a body double. And I know she was like, God, I have to. Why?
Yeah, because Lala was definitely a body double. Definitely.
Oh, I disagree.
No, I think that because they did not show that up close. That's not. I didn't think that was Lala's body at all because they did that before with Lala when she had sex in the back room with
with BMF.
That was BMF. Yeah.
I remember, and I acknowledged that that's likely was a body double. I feel like this was but either way. I'm just saying this would have been the episode, and they're going to do the right thing. That's how they should have did it, just to tie that together. And then he ends up getting killed in the end. Jake got his karma with Red smashed. Oh, when Jake took Gemma from Kevin. That's not the same thing. That's not. I mean, that's not the same thing. Like Kevin didn't have to sit there and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole different fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, if Tiffany gets with Victor, gets pregnant again, she will be the female Emmett. I think you need at least 2 more kids. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But again, she's already pregnant. Bakari blew the back of Ronnie's head off, but acting like he's so scared. And yes, that he was trying to change, and still he's acting like a punk. So real quick, so
that's
Bakari,
another one they're trying to change his story, like Bakari's story. They're trying to just like they did with Nuck. They're trying to change. We remember that he killed Ronnie. Right.
So okay, so this is where I want to connect Toussaint. I want to bring in Toussaint into this.
Okay.
Because it is insane. So I took a picture of the crime board. So this is the crime board that Toussaint was looking at. And this is the best I can do with my graphics. But I want to point out that they said the 63rd Street mob was led by Duda. He's at the top. Who is immediately under him? Nuck.
Right.
Who is not being investigated or mentioned in any way, shape, or form?
Nuck.
Who is next to Nuck? Reg, which says deceased right here. It says deceased, but Reg is actually alive. Who is deceased is Zay, which for some reason is not listed on this thing. This is ignorance. Because, like, how do you... And then go back to this. This guy right here, right there, that's the guy that Nuck killed last week. And he is labeled as deceased. You know who's next to him? Bakari.
Yeah.
Fuck you, writers. You put Bakari on the board as known member.
Yeah.
Then what happens? Toussaint gets a folder that analyzes the puke that was on the street. And she's like, this is about a Bakari. Bakari? Who is Bakari? Oh, he's a foster kid. Oh, really? He's on my board, though. Like, we should be like, oh, you mean Bakari, the guy right there. Like, we know this. Like, you put him on the board. Like, why? What is happening? This is Tyler Perry level ignorance. Like, you think we didn't look at the board? Like, I was like, stop it. But wait, Kim. Wait. In less than a week, not only she figures out who Bakari is, but where he is randomly on the street.
Yeah.
Finds Lene off camera. She can't find Jake. She has a picture of fucking Reg and a random person. She can't find Jake and go, wait a minute. If Victor, since I can just find him, doesn't know where he's at, maybe his other brother who has a criminal record. You make no effort to find Jake, and there he is. Fuck you, but Rashad can find him. How did Rashad know where he was? So wait a minute. He called Victor. Victor told him. His best friend told him, "Hey, where's Reg? Why are you asking?" I just making conversation. Oh yeah, he's at Jake's house. Why? Oh, nothing. Just and then someone tries to kill him.
Yeah.
Trig is not going to put 2 and 2 together. Also, Demarcus, you were right about this. DeMarcus said this last week. He specifically said they're going to analyze the puke and put Bakari at the scene. And I said that don't make any sense. Like they're not that smart, is what I said. Jamal is not dead. Jamal not died. Jamal's not dead.
I don't think so to either, DeMarcus. But we'll see.
But if not, they gave him a great cliffhanger. I'm not gonna lie, because he ain't looking good. No. But I don't feel bad about Jamal. Fuck him, because he killed the brother of his girlfriend that he was at least verbally abusing. Yeah, because she was making OnlyFans and he wasn't fucking working. So again,
but remember that they changed his arc also.
Yeah, they're trying to redeem these pieces of shit. But I'm like, no. Jamal isn't dead because there's other scenes with him in the trailer. So he was all right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Everybody's big on. He's alive, David. He's alive. All right. I got you. Why is Alicia doing the shooting if she can't see?
She literally can't. Come on now. Look, I wear my glasses so I can see you, David. And we know Alicia's older than me, so it's not like no. The way she was shooting, you obviously can't see. It's dark outside. Yes, there was a light out on the outside of the building, but randomly you just start shooting.
You hire professionals.
You let Rashad do it. That's the professional. Let him do
it. No. Like this is my other problem. Okay. They act like she's this big crime boss, yet you don't see any of her crime organization.
Right.
She says a war is brewing. Between who? You don't have anybody, and you ain't doing nothing about Nuck, and Nuck ain't worried about you. So what war is brewing, and who you going to go fight with? But then if you need someone shot, you don't take Driving Miss Daisy / fuck buddy / and he's still insecure about Bakari. He still thinks that she's trying to move in on this young man. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, and that's what it is. You tell me what to do, and I'm thinking that you may try to turn me in. Why would Hannibal team up with Damien with playing spades since Damien is a beginner over? Yeah. It just doesn't make any kind of sense, bro. Like if he was gambling on like football, like he was watching on his phone, that makes sense. Like that 100% makes sense.
Yeah, but remember, they're trying to bring back Brandon's cousin, right?
Yeah.
To back into the fold so that we can all, they're trying to make that character have an arc now, right?
Yeah.
And so they brought him back, and I'm like, that's the reason why they put them together, because they're trying to give him more to do. They're trying to make us see him more. Because remember the last time we saw, it was Tiffany and Rob. They learned about how to make the weed and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then now we're seeing him again. So we've actually seen him twice this season. So I feel like they're trying to give him an arc. And they put him together, with the other young man. So this goes to why they are not interacting. Why didn't Jake tell Papa that Reg is back? Reg knew Papa and Kevin and spent time with them in season 1. Again, Papa is not relevant to the story anymore, but they haven't figured out how to kill him off. Because you're right, he would have told his best friend, hey, oh, guess what? My brother's back. Whether good or bad, EJ is slowly turning into Chucky. But again, he's not talking if they're setting him up that he has a mental disability or something that needs to be worked out, like that's a compelling storyline. And we need to get into that because that could be genetic. If your first son is autistic or something, then you should be worried about your second son, which is something Alicia's going to want to know. And then that turns into where the family drama gets into this. Yeah. If Alicia keeps getting rid of anyone, she will never know who did her son. She's not asking any questions. And again, if you even think that the local thug had anything to do with your son being killed, which makes far more sense, then you kill him. Like you get Nuck tied up to something and start asking questions and start stabbing and see what comes out of his mouth. Like this makes sense. And Toussaint, if she's some type of detective, what's the motive? Why would Reg kill Rob? There's no connection? Yeah, there's no connection.
What? And then puke doesn't prove anything. If I'm walking down the street and I see a dead body, I might throw up. that doesn't mean I had anything to do with the dead body. I'm just a civilian who's scared. Like that makes sense. Like that's
But
not
then
so.
also too, in that same breath, if you see a dead body and you throw up, you would go to the police and be like, "Look, I stumbled over this body, but it wasn't me." Or at least you would, if you see a dead body. I know if I saw a dead body, I'd be calling 911. But Kari did not. But your throw up is there, so yeah, that makes Bakari suspect.
Or I ain't snitching, and you know where I come from, type of thing. That's
True,
what I'm.
but she didn't even try it. I mean, she's trying now to like flip him, but okay.
Again, give me some evidence. I'm tired of seeing Keisha and Tiffany pregnant. Again, it's like they are very, very pregnant. So I'm assuming
Because they're
like
moving the story along. Like they're really quickly moving it
right.
along. Yeah.
But I need months. Hey, baby, we're 3 months, 8 months. Like are we close to popping? Because like I wonder how would Lene feel about Bakar being a part of the reason why Jamal got shot. That would be interesting if that ever does flush out. But again, she knows who she's with. Lene knows he hid weapons at her place. So she'll just chalk it up to the game. Like she ain't gonna turn her back on him now. I mean, they're already broke up.
But she actually, I think she loves him still, but she just can't be with him because of what happened.
Right. I'm saying, but again, and he left her. He said, "Dave, stop screaming." It's what I do. It just gets me excited. Lene needs to be on. Lala needs to be on P Valley. I still think Paradise would make a far better show than P Valley. I think like if they like pulled that out of BMF, I think that would make an actual like a stripper based like show. Especially because they need to kind of fill that gap. Alicia is selling wolf tickets. Well, I mean,
she's not. This is the thing. To me, I feel like okay, her brother was the real gangster, right? And I feel like Alicia's just like, look, nobody, I'm invincible. Nobody touched me because of who my brother was, and so I'm gangster too. She's not gangster. She is a rich woman that had a gangster brother, and that's it. She's not a gangster, and I don't understand how they're trying to make me believe that he is.
Yeah.
Because remember when Rob first went back into her life, he was like, I love my mother, but my mother's controlling. Yeah. He never said my mom is a thug or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he never said that. Yeah. And he never said anything about his uncle being a thug, even though we know he was, right? So I'm like, I feel like, again, they're changing the character. When Alicia's character was not this person. She was a rich woman who wanted the best for her son. Her son came to her and wanted some money. And she said, I'll give you the money, just spend time with me. Right. Yeah. And now they're trying to change her into this like thug. And I'm like,
and it's not making a lot of sense. Didn't they get rid of the police? Yes, they did in Chicago. Well, even before that, like Toussaint, the fact that they only brought back the black cop. Anyway, I want to get back to this board real quick because there's a couple things missing. If they're going back to season 1 with Toussaint, for example, where is the old gangster that was in the basement of the prison that Duda used to go see? Also, please pay attention to victims. The only victim they got listed under the 63rd Street mob is Rob. Where is Ronnie? Where is Papa's daddy? And by the way, Papa don't seem to give a fuck about who killed his daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should have a couple of victims over here. And then like, so, right?
Yeah.
You got Victor over here as a suspect. You got Reg over here. Where the fuck is Jake? Like,
but where is Alicia's brother? Did we ever find out who killed him? We know Duda did it, but he's not on the board.
Nope. Also true. True. There's a lot of things that are just going on. These writers are idiots. We got I'm late, but hello. It's always good to have you. It's okay.
Yes.
Lene and Bakari still haven't talked about why you broke up with me. He's moving on. What does she think about seeing him at school? Are they going to the same school? Like, that would be interesting. How's his book coming along? He's gonna get murdered. No.
Oh, for sure, because of how they're getting what is his name? Hardwick. What is his last name? Oh my gosh, different world. What's his name?
Oh, Gardner.
Dwayne Wayne.
Dwayne Wayne. Professor
Wayne.
Gardner.
Yes. Yeah. They're trying to get him. That he already cares about him. He's trying to move him in the right direction. Alicia is now stepping in also, the control freak. She's, stepping in, trying to, help him out also. Everybody's trying to help out Bakari. And that shows you that, just like what Courtney used to always say, they build them up to kill them. Right? She said that. And that's storytelling, though. That is storytelling.
That's good storytelling. And this is the Shy. So these are not the same things. So, but to this point, right?
Yeah.
It's more about Nook. If Nook finds out that Bakari is talking to the cop and took the cop's card, the Nook that we know would kill Bakari without any hesitation. Also, he went to the funeral of the man he killed because of the chain. The picture of the man shows him still wearing the chain, which I thought was hilarious. That chain looks so big. Do you remember? I'm sure you remember. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yes.
And you remember that first part where like he OG, like he over gold?
Yes.
That's what that reminded me of.
Okay.
I was like, damn it. And like that chain was like this, that was some Flavor Flav level shit. And I was like, he said this man endangered me. Like he sincerely believes that this man wearing a chain put him in danger of who? Ain't no cops. I mean, where are the cops? And it's like, and he shot this dude. It was like, but could you please have a funeral for him? I'm not a savage. And then like he goes to the funeral. I'm like, this is hilarious. And he don't see no problems with this. With better writers, Nook would be an awesome character. They're flushing him out, and I'm saying even the humanity stuff of like him caring about he has a murdered mom, his dad killed him. No, we gotta go, but I gotta do this. Fuck this show. All right. So when Jamal is delivering food like Mookie, he runs into a black single mother with 3 to 4 kids. Please note the maybe $40 she has right here in her hand. Okay. Yeah. This is important because when they flash back to her, she can have no money. She got a kid here. She got a kid there. She got a kid here. They act like she couldn't afford the food. And then she was digging in the purse. And she was like, He was like, it's okay, girl. I'll let you have it. Because you're a struggling mother. For all these kids. She had the money, y'all. We didn't have to have the broke, struggling.
Well, maybe she didn't. Okay, so you saw $40. Maybe the food was $60. Like, we don't know how much the food was, David. We don't know.
Kim, when they flashed back, she had no money. She already. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I did not.
I don't know why this stuck with me, but I was like, what? Like, because again, I was like, oh, she why is she still digging? But when they went back, she had no money in her hand. She was still holding the baby and she was digging like she could. I was like, fuck you.
That was editing, though. Editing messed up. I think they messed up.
They did, but that's because they were trying to tell the story.
True.
They're
trying to make her be sympathetic. They're trying to make him feel
the stereotype because she ain't got no man. She got 4 kids, and it's like I'm just struggling trying to take care of these kids. And then like every other random woman's trying to give them the draws. I felt like I was watching Charles deliver food because those women on the doorstep, they're like, "Hey," and I was like,
I mean, he is a cutie. He's a hottie.
But I was like, well, you gotta go with that. But then I asked myself the question, why is he walking? But then again, they were trying to.
He had a car. He got on his car.
Later, but most of the time, you only saw him get in the truck once. Like most of the time, he was just like walking from door to door. And I was like, because they were trying to do the right thing. That's what they were trying to do. But I was like, this is DoorDash day. Like you should be like, if you're delivering, where's the app? And he's like, he's still doing cash. And I'm like, I know you're trying to do the 90s, but it's 2020.
True. Like, I mean, true, because if you think about it too, like. Pizza Hut still has, even though you can get Pizza Hut on the apps, you can directly get Pizza Hut still, right? And Domino's, whatever, and they deal with cash still, right? So it's not that far away. We haven't completely gotten rid of cash. I know me personally, I haven't touched cash in a couple of months. Like I don't need cash. I use, because this is what the world we live in, right? So the world eventually will not use cash. If you really think about it, we're not. We're going to end up just, doing cards and internet and stuff like that. But that's what I felt like they were doing, right? They, of course, with Spike Lee, it was cash or whatever.
Yeah. So again,
that's what they were doing for that little short moment. But I mean, I felt like I didn't feel any type of way about it though.
But it's funny. It's funny that again they're redoing Do the Right Thing.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, since they kicked out all the cops, they're not gonna do the police brutality moment. Like
No,
they're not gonna destroy Smokies. Like it's
right.
like you could have did it, but you were like, never mind. Like this sort of part. Anyway, yes, the single mother with kids was stereotypical. Like absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking, thank you, but I was actually about
It's stereotypical, but it's also very true. Like we cannot say that is not true. There's still women out here having tons of children that they can't afford. I still don't know why, but but unfortunately it happens. So
I just said we didn't need this one. Like we got plenty. We got no, actually this show is full of mothers who don't have father figures with them.
right.
But I'm like, we didn't need this one on top of that. Anyway, yeah, the old man don't matter. I'm just saying it was just interesting that they brought back the 63rd Street Mob because that was actually a new old thing they kind of brought back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
because remember when the older gentleman, Alicia's brother, which I forgot his name, but remember he when he
Quinton.
got out of jail, remember he was actually watching Nuck and Reggie through the window across the street, and he was trying to figure out what was actually happening, what was the name of the gang. Like he was doing an investigation because what he wanted to do was take over again. But they were like, man, you an old man, you an old gangster. Leave us, remember that? Leave us alone. And then that whole storyline dropped. It was like disappeared. And it was like, okay. And then they brought him back again. And then all of a sudden it was him and Duda. Like Duda works for him.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. It's like they forgot about, I mean, we do this a lot of times. They had a lot of great storyline in the first two seasons that could completely dropped off. So I'm trying to focus on the now, but the fact that they keep on bringing like again Toussaint and Reg and other things from season 1 and 2, you're like, okay, so again the crime board, like, okay, where is so and so? Because I do remember that. Duda's wife is not even on the list. Like, are we not recognizing that she was a part of the operation? Like Candy's character is just not even mentioned. It's just, but Bakari was the biggest. What are we doing? Like that was insane. But anyway, yeah, I think they're marking Bakari's death. For this.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that young man, actually, I don't know. He's gotten very skinny. I don't know if he's working out or whatever. He's very small, and I he's so small. I'm like, wow, you really cause like when we first saw, maybe he was a bigger person because he was younger, and now he's getting older, so he's getting taller. It looked to me like he's gotten taller,
Okay.
And so that's making him slim down.
Out.
Yeah,
he did call or text Papa. I remember that.
Yes,
so there was some type of connection. So like, okay, so like it's like Papa's not completely isolated.
Because remember, Papa said that Bakari is his brother. Like that's what my dad would have wanted, is for us to be close, because my dad was trying to, bring you into our home as, like as a son, right? So yeah, I mean, and then that whole storyline disappeared, and I thought that was a beautiful storyline, that his dad, that the pastor was able to bring him in and wanted to change him, and then him and Papa are now brothers, and then they just kind of was like, forget Papa, let's concentrate only on Bakari, and I'm like, Papa's a great character. Like
they ain't doing shit with this poor dude. I mean, like they need to learn how to write teenage black male characters. They should have watched The Wire. Bakari is Mike Lee. Jacob. So like I know Bakari is on Force. Like he's on Force.
And Nuck was on there once too.
I think one episode, and he didn't talk, but he was in the back. Like I remember it was like he was like security, and he just disappeared. But no, it's just waiting to see the characters intertwine. Anyway, I still say again, Bakari is like what Tariq should be. Like they both don't have any bass in their voice, but Bakari is more menacing. Like he's a more menacing, more convincing version of what Tariq could be.
And okay, I wanted to say this on that note. Okay, remember, we've seen Michael Rainey since he was little, right?
Yes.
And I think that you can't. I wouldn't compare them. Like Bakari, we saw him. Yes, he was younger, but we've seen Tariq as little, and I think that is unfair to actually put those two characters in the same light. I don't feel like you can. I don't.
Growing up or not, to hear him talk now, like and hear Bakari, I'm like they talk very similarly. Like I'm like because like the boys, the basis there is not, you know what I'm saying? And then but like even mannerisms, I'm saying even like they could be related. Like if they played brothers, I would 100% believe it. To be real,
I could see that. I absolutely, actually, I could see that.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they were like somehow the criminal brothers, like the twins or something, I would be like, yeah, that makes far sense.
That makes total sense.
He changed his eating patterns. Oh, he spoke about it. Okay. Is he a vegan now or something? Bakari is smoking.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I didn't know about that.
Thanks, Chanel. So everybody, all right. So we're gonna get off of this. We got many more. Well, not many more episodes. We got 4 more episodes left, and we'll finish out the season week to week. So see us back next week. But now we got to say goodbye to Godfather of Harlem. And this really should have been it. But
okay, so look, I got up to. I'm sorry I didn't finish the last one. Because it came out this morning, and I was sleeping. Then I woke up, and I was like, "Oh my God, there's a 10th one." I did watch the other one, so I got to like the middle of it, where they were like talking to Columbo or whatever. But
it's fine. You got the gist. It's fine. And then I googled. We'll talk about that in the next video. But I'll see you over there.
All right, like, comment, subscribe. Bye.
Thanks. There are 12 episodes this season. Man, they're riding this show out like for real. Anyway, I can't wait for Dexter to start. They're riding that show out. What do you think about the Shy prequels? Like for some reason, they did Duda coming up, like the 63rd Street Mob coming up. They did one on him. That's the only one I would want to watch, really. But I wouldn't want to watch like Darnell in high school when he met Jada or some shit. Like I wouldn't want to watch that. But anyway, maybe they branch out the Shy universe and take some of these characters. Bakari better not die. We gotta see. I mean, they got a lot of characters and they just kind of move them around. And that shows the show is about the city. Anyway, I gotta get to Godfather of Harlem. So join me for that. Thank you guys very, very, very much. And we'll see you.
I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoyed the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You'll be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You want to go there?
Oh shit.
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.